This is question 12 from the 2023 Higher Engineering Science past paper. This is the last question in the paper, and we've got some analog electronic questions. So here we've got a hopper and some scales, and we're told that a science laboratory is investigating the use of an electronic control system to weigh chemical materials. The materials are released into a container from a hopper and are weighed using the scale comprising of 3 strain gauges. Some helpful visualizations there. We've got the hopper, the container, and the scales. You can see the 3 strain gauges inside the scales. Then we're told a prototype circuit using a difference amplifier is produced to test one of the strain gauges as it weighs the materials, and we've got our difference amplifier here. The first part of the question, for 12a, it said that during an initial test, RS1 was found to be 121.5 ohms, and so they want us to calculate V out, and it's 3 marks. So if we go back to our difference amplifier, the first thing that I would encourage you to do is, because it's already been identified as a difference amplifier, is look up the different equations we've got for this, and also to write that value here. So RS1 is 121.5 ohms. If I go to my data booklet and look at difference amplifier, you can see here that I've got different equations for my gain and for V out. They want me to calculate V out, so I think using that last equation is going to be the most useful to me. So I'm going to write that here now. V out is equal to RF over RI minus the difference between the 2 input voltages. So RF divided by RI times V2 minus V1. I've got RF. RF is here, it's also here, and I've got RI, that's here. So now I just need to work out V2 and V1, and I can do that because I know the 2 values of the resistors in both of these voltage dividers. So I'm going to work out the voltage this part and the voltage at this part. I'll use a different colour for that one, sorry. And then I can put those into my equation, and that should be everything. It's going to be a little bit tricky here because I'm going to be jumping backwards and forwards between the pages, but if this was in front of you in the exam, this would just be laid out. So if we look at the inverting input first, in fact I'm just going to do this down here so you guys can see it a little bit more easily. So if I want V at the inverting input, that is going to be my voltage supply times by that first resistance RS1 over the total resistance, which is RS1 plus 120. Nope, sorry, got that wrong. It's 120 on the top. So that gives me 5 times 120 all over 121.5 plus 120, and if I stick that into a calculator, I get 2.484, etc. And once again, I'm just going to store that in my calculator as A. To work out the voltage at my non-inverting input then, I can do the same. So I can say the voltage of my non-inverting input is going to be 5 times 1 over 1 plus 1 is 2. So that gives me 2.5 volts there. Don't need to save that, but now what I do need to do is put those numbers into the equation that I've got. So V out is equal to RF, which is 330, divided by RI, which is 12. because I'm working entirely in kilo ohms there, it's okay to keep them without adding all the zeros because it's a ratio. And then I'm just going to times that by V2, which in this case is the non-inverting, 2.5 minus the inverting, 2.484. Remember not to have rounded that number, folks. And then that will give us the V out 0.4270, etc. So our voltage output from this circuit is 0.43 volts to two significant figures. And that is how you solve a question like that. In terms of the 3 marks that you're looking to get, you're going to get 1 mark for working out your inverting voltage, 1 mark for working out your non-inverting voltage, and then 1 mark for working out your output voltage. Notice as well, I've only put the units on the end. You only need to put the units on the last and final answer. If you put them throughout, great, if that helps you, but don't worry, you don't have to do that.